Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Gamehater. We decided that in honor of the Nintendo Switch releasing, we would play a Switch game.
Yeah, this is Super Switch, so you know
Super.
it's gonna be good.
It's From the Future, the sequel to the Switch. We know nothing about this game, as is customary for Gamehater.
In this case, we chose it entirely based on the name alone.
Oh yeah, 100%. Okay, so we hold down A to jump, and fail. Alright. Can't use the D-pad.
So we're looking at a pretty great platformer so far.
Okay, so there is some switching involved. I can switch whether the platform... Oh boy, what did I just do? We'll have to beat these levels again. Stand by. So
These
first...
levels are so difficult.
Yeah. So first strike against this game is it's a 2D platformer and the D-pad is disabled.
Oh no. So you're having to use the analog then.
Right. Okay, the controls are confusing. Alright, so I've got a trigger that switches platforms into existing, and I'm toggling them.
So this is basically that whole concept of like alternate reality kind of stuff that we see in other games, but stripped bare bones.
Yeah, that seems to be all that's left. And maybe that's a good thing. So I'm getting some interface confusion already, and maybe this is just a calibration problem. But well, I can wall jump.
Didn't even tell you. Oh no.
Okay, I can do the Mega Man X style. So when I'm holding jump and also holding the trigger button, it's a little easy to get confused. You know, whether I should be... Well, let me back up. So when I was on the platform, I had to hold a button to keep the platform in existence.
Right.
And also, you know, pressing A to jump. A little confusing. I probably shouldn't complain too much. Like this will be a case. So I'm jumping here, and I have to hold and tap A and stuff. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
It just takes a little calibration.
I remember doing this exact same thing in Guacamole.
Yeah, this feels a lot like a room for Guacamole. Alright, why am I should not be having this much trouble with this room.
Well, I mean, the controls aren't tight enough then, you know, it's enough to throw your game off.
Yeah, I don't know if I can blame the controls yet. I definitely am slippery when I... Yeah, when I reach the top of these things, I slip off.
Right.
Not much friction when you're just a cube in space.
So what you don't realize is that you're not just playing a cube, you're actually playing the cube Luigi.
Yeah. Yes, these are definitely a Luigi cube. And you can see I'm getting the timing wrong frequently.
Right.
But it really does switch when I trigger it. Ooh, I can use the other shoulder button. I wonder if that'll help. So I'm not using the same hand.
Controlled by, having it controlled by a different hand makes a big difference.
You can. I think I just need to slow down. Yeah, so whenever I am on top of the platform, it seems like I slide right off. Man, I wish I had a D-pad. This game would be infinitely improved. Yep.
How do we feel about the story so far? So, we have this sugar cube that is constantly trying to find his place in the world. He only feels at home when he finds a white outline in which he can fit.
It's true. I mean, everyone should know their place. It seems very much a parable of going to exactly the space where you're welcome.
Right. Oh, damn, you're so close.
I know, I switched when I should not have switched.
See, that's the thing, you know, we're getting ready for the Nintendo Switch itself, and if you don't know when the right time to switch, you're not going to have a good time with that system.
No, switching at the appropriate time is absolutely crucial with the Nintendo Switch. You don't want to be, like, sitting on your couch using it in portable mode and then expecting to use TV mode on the bus.
Right.
I don't understand why I'm having so much trouble with this. I've played so many platformers in my life.
Yeah, but those characters had feet.
That's true, and friction.
Basically, we're like playing a game of Pong with gravity.
I almost wish
Oh,
it was like a toggle. Okay, so this is kind of cool.
I think this one you probably want to drag yourself along the wall.
That's a good idea. Although it would be way more dramatic if I did it right the other way. One more try.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not fast enough. So.
You just don't have those skills.
And now the top platform. Yeah, I do not have the skills for this game.
You're just like continuously dying.
Yeah, well, we'll just go gently down. Yeah, the platform wasn't popping back. I don't know if I was accidentally pressing a button out of stress or something. Okay. The complete lack of friction is killing me.
I mean, like, why would you want to have friction? I mean, it doesn't like running and jumping actually does you that much good, so like you would want it to, help you to be able to run and jump like the, typical platformer, but I don't think it actually makes much of a difference.
Right.
In how far your jump goes.
Yeah, getting a running start does not seem to matter much. Okay, that was smooth. I'll take that one.
Oh, new mechanic.
The mechanic, not all the gear. Yeah, so this is a spot where the physics are going to kill me. Maybe not.
Well, for that level.
Ooh, now the saw blades are moving.
Yeah. Look at this. We're actually seeing the graphics get kind of complex now.
Yeah, we got some triangles.
Yeah. We thought this game was all about squares and rectangles, but we were wrong.
I'm getting way too into forward motion here. Gotta pick the right
stuff like
starting
this,
point.
you sort of expect it to want you to run through it like that. It's always a good incentive in a game to want you to go fast.
Yes. Now I'm pressing buttons here, so press, and it didn't switch. Pressing.
It looks like it's switching.
It doesn't always switch when I press the button.
So if you don't press any buttons, is it switching? Wondered if it's just automatic.
Yeah.
On this level.
No.
Okay, no. Okay. So the controls are not great then.
No. Unless there's 3 switches here.
That would be absurd. You would think it would tell you that.
Yeah, and you'd have more. Hitboxes.
Like, wait a second before you even start running.
Yeah. Yeah, so what's killing me is remembering whether... It would be nice if the button didn't have to be held down. If I could just press the button and things would switch.
So it only stays switched while you hold the button in.
Yes, exactly.
that isn't an unfortunate design choice.
Yeah, it would play a lot more smoothly. Because every time you have to think about the state of your finger at the time you want to be
Right.
doing something.
It just really goes against your instincts. Whoa, this is
Right.
So what does switching do for this one? Okay,
Okay, it turns
switching
off
the big ones.
big ones. That's pretty important to do. And they'll switch off those little ones. Oh,
I think you just want to Mega Man your way up there.
yeah. My goodness. Yeah, so I can get up here safely, jump, go. We're good.
Look at all this progress we're making. I'm so proud of us right now.
There's definitely some sensitivity issues, like my jump didn't register either. I felt like I should have jumped. I mean, sometimes I'm off the platform when I think I should, so it might not be the game's fault.
I feel like it's safe to blame the game regardless.
I don't know, they clearly put tons of effort into every aspect of this game. They have an audio track even.
A audio track.
It's a rather nice thrash metal guitar solo with a little bit of techno mixed in.
This is a little bit too precise of wall jumping for a game like this.
Yes, this game does not have the precision it needs. Just check this out.
Its switching does nothing for this one, huh?
Doesn't appear to. Tap, tap, tap. Do I need to fall more before I jump? My goodness.
Then you get the momentum you need.
So it's almost like Smash Brothers, where if you smash the stick when you jump, you get more speed out of it.
Oh.
Now I'm doubting that. Yeah, this game is not designed for this section.
Not at all. It's a good thing you're against a sugar cube, otherwise this would be getting really gruesome.
Yeah. The final boss is a cup of tea.
The ultimate enemy. It sort of makes me think of the kind of game of like with Super Meat Boy, where you're expected to just die over and over until you perfect it.
All right, let's see if I'm better off with keyboard controls.
Okay. Seems to be the case.
Yeah. So what's my switch button now?
You won't know until there's something to switch.
Right. Well, there's something to switch.
Okay. I try your usual one, like spacebar, enter.
Space is jump. And there's got to be something I can easily hit with also using the spacebar.
Right. Control, Alt, Shift. Got your bottom letter keys, maybe.
No, I keep pressing Windows, which is not the right button for any application.
Well, you can skip right back to this level if you leave it. You just have to go to that process again, but you can go look at the controls. You go to the main menu.
I think I have to. Left shift is switch.
Or X.
Or X, which is better. Either one of those is going to be a problem for me.
Yeah, it was a little bit... Having it right above the space bar is kind of annoying.
Yeah. I'll get out of here.
Clearly you should be using your gamepad and the keyboard at the same time. Oh, they do it by zone.
Figure out where we were.
I would say we're probably at level section 4, because this one was... Oh, okay, there we go. That one. So they designed this, I guess, probably thinking with the keyboard in mind, and the gamepad is like, well, it's like on a PC, so we need to make sure it supports the gamepad.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
It just sort of surprises me that they wouldn't use a D-pad.
That's what's killing me. Alright, well, I'm back on the gamepad, and that was going kinda well.
Yeah, but not great.
No, I'm not sure that's an option. Well, like you say, not using the D-pad is absurd. Okay.
Was that still the gamepad then?
Yeah. No, there's one
I can
other...
tell you're really having to flick it hard because I can actually hear it coming through where it's like going click, click.
I wonder if I could... We're going into super crazy mode.
Okay.
I am using arrow keys for motion. I'm holding my... I should probably get a picture of this if it works out. I'm holding my controller sideways so I can get the A button with my thumb and the trigger with my forefinger all in my left hand.
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting, like thinking, this might work, but it's kind of ridiculous that we would even try doing that.
This is just not working.
I think you might be better off just doing it all keyboard.
Yeah, but once I get to the part where I have to switch, that's just not going to happen either. Because space and X or shift are kind of not compatible And I'm also worried
Yeah.
about the direction buttons. Yeah, and if I can't do the easy mode part down at the bottom, there's no way I'm going to get through the top part. Well, I think my problem is I just don't want to using my pinky for it.
Yeah.
So if I could do like S, for example, space and X is pretty workable.
Honestly, if they just made it space and the Alt key, it'd been perfect.
Yeah, that'd be okay. My goodness. This level's not screwing around.
This might end up being one of our shorter Gamehater episodes.
Yeah. You guys couldn't even beat the level and you hated it.
That's why we hated it?
Maybe you should have tried getting good.
Man, why do we never think of doing that?
I don't know. It's one of our major failings. Wait. I have an idea.
Level selected the next level?
No, PS4 controller.
Oh boy.
We are going to try every control scheme we possibly can. Because we are dedicated.
We are always dedicated to providing you the best possible entertainment with confident and reliable reviews that let you know what's going on with the game.
I'm going to have to reboot the game though. No, it's not. Not playing nice with the PlayStation controller.
Alright, well let's mark that as one more mark against the game.
Yes, I hope you're keeping notes. Let's just skip that level.
There you go.
Yeah. It's out of here.
That kind of wall jumping is a little bit too much for us.
Yeah, the control scheme couldn't handle it, or Steve couldn't handle it. Whichever.
No, Steve was not at fault.
Okay, that was a test that went horribly awry. I want to make sure that they got. And yes, obviously,
Well, I mean,
Steve
like
was not at fault.
you needed to be able to know whether or not that was going to disappear or not. That's
Exactly.
going to take it on faith.
Right. So yeah, I was risking death either way. Okay, so I had to make sure that's high enough when I drop.
Right, you want to make sure it's going up when you're going down. Because I think you have to switch to, again, when you get to the bottom, because that one's going to disappear.
I know, it's starting to get a little puzzly.
Oh, we do hate our puzzles.
Oh, we don't hate our puzzles, we hate game developers' puzzles. Subtle
Right,
distinction. If we made a puzzle, it would probably be amazing.
Oh, if we made a puzzle, it would be a perfect puzzle, and there would be nothing wrong with it. And how dare you insinuate otherwise?
And we'd make a whole episode about that puzzle and why it's so great.
We would. And you know what? It would be such a great puzzle that no one would be able to solve it either.
It'd become our most popular video as well. Because everyone would be trying to solve the puzzle, there'd be people in the comments coming up with their own theories on the solution, and other people in the comments explaining why that person is stupid.
Those people, of course, not being us.
Right, no. We wouldn't lower ourselves to that sort of behavior.
Not at all.
Okay, so this is another kind of precise little spot. So I have my Mega Man my way up there.
Yeah, I guess like not enough room to really work with there.
What I'm having trouble with is, I don't know if it's just my expectations, but it doesn't always seem like they toggle at consistent speeds, so it's hard to plan deft maneuvers.
Right.
There's certainly times I felt like I should have been safe when I was not safe at all. So wait till that's at the bottom. That's
What you need to do is not run into the spikes on the side there.
Yes, that's pretty key to the whole operation.
I feel like this is the kind of level I saw so many times in Mario Maker, and was just so done with.
Yeah, I could see this with P-switches and other horrors. Goddamn.
Look at that odd progress he made. He got slightly further.
And now the swearing begins.
Of course, my big problem with the games like was doing with Mario Maker was that you didn't regenerate quite as fast as you do in this game, so every death was a tedious affair.
Yeah, that would be a pretty significant improvement to Mario Maker if they could make death faster.
Yeah. I mean, whenever I think about death, I always think that, man, death just takes too long.
Oh,
That's always my takeaway from dying.
Yeah, I have a friend who often wants to play the Kaizo levels, but that's just a non-starter when you have to wait like 5 seconds after every death, and 0.2 seconds to die.
I feel like you're teasing it by using those sides there.
I sure am.
Developers watching you do this like, what? No, I wasn't supposed to do that. Now I gotta change the entire level.
right. Just like Mario Maker. Oh man, I take full responsibility for that one. I think we've got a new song going, by the way.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm digging music. I do enjoy me some crunchy guitar solos.
Well, as long as I got something to be happy about.
Well, a lot of mileage out of that room design.
Indeed. Oh boy.
Man, this one's downright relaxing.
Not anymore.
A lot of endurance tests in this game.
Yeah. Oh, holy shit.
Oh boy. Well, I can't cheat this time. Okay,
Right, we
drop.
have to fall like one level at a time.
Oh no, and it got stuck again. That's #1 criticism. Things getting stuck.
You don't want things getting stuck in your game.
No. If your game is all about toggling things, they better not be getting stuck. And that
Because
time,
they're so slippery, it's hard to get like right in the middle where you need to be.
yeah. So 2 deaths ago was a case where the platform stuck for like half a second longer than it should have. But so far, it didn't completely stay switched. It just stayed switched long enough to kill me.
And that's the wrong kind of switching.
Very confused by this level already. Have to wait until these guys are going apart, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
And that's a case where it got stuck and it was to my benefit. So thank you. Are you kidding? Oh my goodness.
Yes. It could be so much worse going up.
Yeah. Right, because I'm jumping through platforms and I have to remake them afterwards.
Right. That is just way too much multitasking to even think about.
I had to make sure I turned those off at the bottom, don't I?
Right. You're getting pretty good at going through them, but
Yeah, got
gotta
stuck
be able to
landing.
stick that landing.
Got stuck. Wait, I wonder if I could go down the sides. Okay. Why would they do this to me?
They want to make sure you get your full money worth out of this game.
Okay, the platform's just stuck again. It's stuck again. Oh, is that how it works? Okay, okay. If I'm in a spot where something bad would happen, I do not get stuck. So since I'm on top of something that's switched, they'll stay switched if I let go of the button. So
That's sort of good, sort of bad.
Should be free to jump now. It's another thing to keep track of while I play.
Yeah. All right. We will.
What just
see
happened there? I can't even reproduce it. I just like accelerated off the edge. Did you see
Suicide run. I like the little dust quality leave though.
that? Yeah, that's kind of nice.
For a minimalist game design, it does have style.
Yeah, so if I'm standing on the platform, toggling doesn't work. I just don't understand why they could not just completely nail this mechanic, since that is the mechanic.
Right. Like, you know, if you're gonna make your game boil down to one simple thing, you should make sure it does it well.
Right. Because I would really be digging this game if I could control anything.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually, you know, just on its own merits of what it's trying to be. It looks like it could be a pretty fun game.
Okay. I've had enough.
Fair enough.
Right. Okay, so that was Super Switch. Yeah, not much else to say. I love the concept of, you know, doing these. You know, in a lot of platformers, I've complained about motion not being fluid enough, having to constantly stop and wait for long periods of time, breaking up the flow. That's been a constant complaint of mine. And this game, it seems to want to be designed around really fast, fluid motion where you're just screaming through levels, flipping barriers in and out of your way. And that's something I want. I want a game that does that well. But this is not that game. The controls were weird, the keyboard layout was not very good, the controller layout was okay, but I kept tripping over the controls. Especially moving, you know, left and right. Wall climbing and wall jumping were very difficult to pull off properly. And it was difficult to deal with a lot of the toggling of platforms and things.
Right. And me not being the one that's actually playing it, I mean, I really can't say much more than just echoing what you said. Because design-wise, it looked like it was a pretty solid game. I mean, the design of the levels looked like they were pretty good. It had a good build as far as the challenge goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they couldn't nail the controls being tight enough to make it work.
Yeah.
Because like everything else they had down, you know, it's not the most fancy-looking game out there on the market by any means, but it was going for a minimalist style. It succeeded in that sense. But they just failed at the most important thing, which is just having, you know, your controls work.
Yeah.
And if you can't get that to work, it can destroy any game, no matter how much love and, you know, you put into that game. And if the controls aren't tight enough, then the game doesn't work.
Yeah, and that's the fundamental problem with this one. If they had let me use a D-pad, things would have been a lot better. Maybe rework how
Not so slippery.
Yeah. You know, playing Luigi controls isn't really the greatest for a precision platformer. So
Yeah, I mean, I could see that as being, you know, an extra mode, but you don't want that as your main game.
yeah.
If you're going to introduce some kind of slippery mechanic, you should, you know, introduce that as being part of a platform, like, you know, have some kind of icy, slick platform to deal with.
Right. Yeah, I shudder to think what a nice platform would look like in this game.
Pretty much you just land on it, you just don't stop.
Yeah.
You jump.
Right. Well, I can envision like a level where you're sliding down the slope or something and, you know, flipping walls and such in and out of the way. Man, yeah, so you heard my frustration throughout, and really nothing more to add. Except, of course, the final rating, unless you have some more you want to talk about.
No, that's pretty much all I got to say about this one.
Yeah, so how do I encapsulate I think this is a slowly shaking my head kind of game.
For me, this one is me giving it a middle finger and then switching to a thumbs down, back to a middle finger, and to a thumbs down, and then getting stuck on a thumbs down, and then before I get back to a middle finger again, I lose.
Yeah, that sums it up. Sums it up better than I did. So, yeah, we're stuck on my turn to talk, and I've got nothing else to say.
Alright, well, this was Super Switch from Gamehater. But you know what? The real Switch is about to come out, and I don't think we're going to be hating that.
I hope not. So, all that said, we hate this game, and we're going to bed. Good night.
Good night.